Good morning. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Cheldin Barlattt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. It has been a little bit of a journey coming in and out of a holiday. It always tends to be, right, guys? It always tends to be a little bit of a hump. Usually we get the Sunday scaries, but we had the Monday off. And so, we're just playing a little catch up. I don't know if any of you are doing that. And it made me think of what I'm going to be able to share within this moment. So I tend to do my morning messages Monday through Friday at around 11 o'clock Eastern in hopes of motivating you for the day or keeping you inspired each and every day. And ultimately, and people have asked, do you prepare these? And ultimately I don't. I just kind of share what it is that I have on my heart or in my mind in the moment about what it is that I'm kind of going through. And this morning I had an amazing opportunity to hang out with one of our screamers. We do this every 2 weeks. We do this segment, Mindful with Karem Zafra-Vera, who's amazing, absolutely wonderful. We're diving in to a number of conversations that we had, just catching up, number one, and then two, talking about the hamster wheel that we all tend to get back on, when things are happening. For me, my little Sydney, who's not so little anymore, who's 12, it's recital season. So we have so many different things to do, so many different things to put in the bag, so many different things to get ready. And I'm kind of being pulled in all these different directions, whether it be personally or professionally. And we had a moment to chat, me and Karem, this morning. And we talked in depth, and you'll get to see that interview or that segment later today. And we talked in depth about being present, the idea of multitasking. Is it a real idea or is it fiction that we just lead ourselves to believe that it's a possibility, right? About being present in every moment in which we were present. And I have to tell you, when people ask me, whether it be on a podcast or they ask me just in general, how do you balance it all, right? It's always like work-life balance, especially when you're dealing with working mothers. It tends to be the forever podcast question, right? Like, how do you deal with work-life balance, right? To be able to navigate this space. And I typically say this answer that Karem and I spoke about this morning is about being present in the moment, right? So if I'm dealing with whatever's happening for dance, for Sydney, for an upcoming recital, I'm in that fully. If I'm sitting and providing a morning message for all of you, I'm in that fully. If I'm in a meeting about production or what the season's going to look like for This Is It Network, I'm in that fully. If we're planning our Media and Innovation Center, ideally that opens in Camden, New Jersey in 2024, I'm in that fully. And so all of those things require me to be focused in the moment. What I was tending to do, and a lot of us tend to do, is we tend to believe that we are Olympians in multitasking. We tend to believe that we can handle all of the things at one time, that we can not only handle the emails and the recital and the event and all the things at one time seamlessly with no repercussions, with no issues. And Karem reminded me that though we may be doing multiple tasks, we are not mastering any of those tasks. We are not being present for any of those things. We're squeezing all of those things into a space. And that's the one thing that I wanted to kind of remind you of, is the idea of being present in the moment. The idea of sitting down and feeling your toes in your hands and recognizing where you are in this moment. So many of us are back in autopilot. I've talked about this too, before quarantine, BQ, we were all on autopilot. We were running from one meeting to the other. We were hustling around, and we were forced to be safe at home. We were forced to sit down. We decided that we were going to make banana bread, and we were going to reconnect with old friends and family. And we were grateful for what it is that we had, until we realized that 3 months would end up being a little bit longer. And so what we ended up doing in that moment is we ended up Zooming, right? We ended up Zooming and figuring out how to work from home, and that work from home became the new hustle. I was backing one Zoom meeting up against another Zoom meeting up against another Zoom meeting in order to get and through the day and maximize every single hour. I went back from relaxing and making that banana bread into multitasking again, filling my days with as many things as possible. and fearing, right? That FOMO, fearing that I would miss out or I would miss an opportunity if I didn't jam my day, an 8-hour day filled with so many different things. If I wasn't attending 20 million things, I wasn't attending one, right? And that was the philosophy. And then the world opened up and then I did it again. I went from not wanting to go back to autopilot, which was BQ before quarantine, to jumping back into it, not realizing or forgetting or being able to determine, did I pack my 5-year-old's backpack or no? Did I just send him into school? I didn't know what I was doing because I was moving so fast, because I was living in a space of scarcity that I could not get a grasp of, right? It was, okay, we're open now. I've got to do this. I've got to move. I've got to make all these things happen, which really meant that I wasn't being present for any of those things. It really meant that whatever I was doing, I was rushing through in order to get to the next task. I wasn't sitting down. I wasn't chewing my food. I wasn't letting it all sink in. I wasn't taking in the moment. And so for all of you that are out there that are running around and you're back in that hamster wheel and you're back on autopilot and you think you got it all under control, because believe me, sometimes I do. I want us to check in with ourselves and see how present we are. I want us to check in with ourselves and see how present we are being in this moment. Are we truly in a space where we are taking care of ourselves? Are we making sure that individuals are in our space are making sure that things are getting done well, or are they just getting done? Because there is a difference. There's a difference between doing things well and just doing them, just getting by barely and living our best life, right? Difference between being alive and living. All of the different analogies and wordsmith natures and wordsmith, phrases that I can throw at you, but are you being present? Are you living in this space, in this moment? Are you paying attention? Are you listening to the person who is talking to you? Are you present at that meeting, or just gripping your pen, waiting to get into your car because you're late for pickup? We've all been there, and there's no judgment here that I'm sharing with you, but just a simple reminder about being present in the moment and the difference that presence makes in what it is that you are doing and who it is that you are surrounded with. Your ability to be present will get things done, but will get things done well. Will make sure that the project that you are working on is the best that it can be in the moment that you are providing it, in the presence that you have given it. So I challenge you. Are you being present in the moment, or are you just getting along to get along, getting by to getting by? Are you on autopilot? Or are you just putting one foot in front of the other, not sure where you're going? Let's take a moment. Let's take a beat and see how present we can be today. I'm Cheldin Barlattt Rumer, and this is it. You know that I love to provide you with this morning message each and every day. I love to ensure that you have the tools that you need to not only be inspired for the day, but motivated each and every day. And I'm spoiled to be able to continue to do this. This is morning message number 555. If 5 is your lucky number, here you go. We want to make sure that you connect with us. Don't forget to follow, fan, and like us everywhere you can find at This Is It TV. If you're looking to find your voice and really understanding your personal brand, I'd love to help you. Information in order to do so can be found within the post, thisisitTV.com/scream your dream. Would love to help you in finding your voice and being able to get closer to what it is that you want. If you are interested, my friends, and learning more about all that we have going on at This Is It Network, contributing, becoming a screamer, becoming a content contributor, we'd love to have you. More information on that can equally be found within the post. If you are interested in logging on and getting our email newsletter and staying connected to not only the events, but the campaigns that we are working on, again, that information can be found within the post. Our goal is to connect remarkable women to inspiring stories and utilize all that we've got going on to elevate your voice so you can tell your story. So you can no longer whisper your wishes. It's time for all of you to scream your dream. We'll be back with another morning message. Take care.